So I am proceeding. So I thank you, Mr. Ramesh, the coordinator of the whole program, for bearing with me, bearing with my disturbances and trouble since yesterday night, and also Mr. Mugilvannan, and also that Mr. Yerumalai, the secretary, and also that treasurer, Mr. Ravi, and all the office bearers. So sorry for the trouble. So let me proceed in the available with available facility. So thank you for the opportunity. Especially, I am very much thankful to Mr. Ramesh because he has been very patient. Yesterday I talked to him, but exactly night 12 o'clock, because 10 o'clock they said power will come. That the internet will come. But they said today morning at 10 o'clock only, the people will come to our complex and make it okay. So I was in trouble. Anyhow, with this mobile, I'll do in a different way. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Sorry to trouble you in the middle. So you started very well. Unfortunately, I came in the middle and disturbed you. So please bear with me, Ramesh sir. So
no
I'm
issues,
proceeding.
sir. You can proceed.
Okay, sir. Okay. We all might have heard about the word perception. Perception is a very commonly used word in communication. So perception plays a big role in communication. So in communication, normally what we do, there is a sender and there is a receiver. The sender sends a message and also formulates a message and passing it through a channel and then delivering it. After delivering, the receiver receives the message. Now only perception comes. Receiver receives a message, then he understands the message. Between receiving the message and understanding the message, there is a gap that is called perception. So the perception is coming in between receiving the message and understanding the message. That is very important. Okay. So after understanding the message, then he responds and he conveys that response to the sender. Okay. Some communication aspect, you know very well. So perception is playing its role between the two stages. One stage is receiving the message by the receiver and understanding the message by the receiver. Between these two, perception comes. If perception is okay, understanding will be okay. If perception is in disorder, understanding also will go in disorder. So perception has to go on right track to ensure that communication goes on right track. So perception is a psychological process by which intellectuals select, organize, and interpret sensory stimulations into meaningful informations about their environment. What I want to tell you here is, it is a psychological process. So it involves 3 stages. So in Tamil we say, Mei, Vai, Kan, Mukku, Sevi, that 5 senses, through which we receive the input, that is sensory stimulations. Then we select them and organize them and interpret to get some meaningful information. This is perception. So input is coming through the senses. It may be from eye, nose, skin, or ear. By all these 5 senses, out of these things, any of them may act. They receive the input. Then this is processed by your brain. In the processing, there are 3 stages. One is selection, then is organization, and third one is interpretation. So then with these things, we will be able to obtain some meaningful environment, meaningful output. That meaningful output, the meaningful information is called output. That's the one that is responsible for our value, belief, attitude, or behavior. So as a result of that meaningful information we are obtaining by this process of perception, we are able to produce the output. It may be our value, it may be our belief, it may be our attitude, or it may be our behavior. So perception lies at the base of every individual behavior. If you analyze individual behavior, if you do some root cause analysis, at the root cause may be perception, likely to be perception. So perception lies at the base of every individual behavior. Now, According to Bernard Shaw, the single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. The single biggest problem in communication is that illusion that communication has taken place. So that one of the most powerful illusions in communication is perception. So we can do one illusion right now. I request you all to do a small exercise along with me. You take your right hand and stretch your index finger as I do. Similarly, take your left hand, stretch your index finger. So right hand and left hand, and stretch your index finger, connect them. Connect the index fingers of the right hand and connect the index finger of the left hand and connect them horizontally like this. Okay. After connecting, please leave a gap between these two. Between the two index fingers, the same pose, leave a gap. Now see in between. What are you seeing, sir?
Gap.
Gap. Okay. And in the gap, you see, are you able to see something funny? Are you able to see some broken piece of your finger? Between your right index finger and left index finger, stretch horizontally. You are not done, sir. How can you do it first? Please stretch it. Keep your fingers.
Sir,
keep your fingers stretched as I do now.
Sir, I tried it. I was not able to explain, but you explained it correctly, sir.
See, I explain once again to you. Take your left index finger of the left hand, stretch it horizontally. Take the index finger of the right hand, stretch it horizontally, connect them together, and then leave a gap. Okay? Then see in the gap. What are you seeing? Are you able to see a broken finger of yourself?
One piece of finger.
That's all. That's what I'm telling. Ramesh sir has clearly seen. How about Mr. Ravi and others? Ravi and all the participants. Mogil Vandan, I don't know. I'm not able to see others. So in the middle, we can see a piece of your finger floating in air. Are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Huh? Mogil Vandan, are you able to see?
Yes, sir. I did, sir.
Okay. So what I want to tell you is, even if you see something with your own eye, that need not be true. Even if you see something with your own ear, even if you listen or hear something with your own ear, that need not be true. So you have to inquire, analyze, and then only come to a conclusion. So even our own eye can cheat us. So there are many illusions. So you have to keep that in mind. So when I go through this Madurai, Madurai has been is my native place. I studied there only. I was working there in Majra College, Madurai as lecturer. So Madurai always I remember. When I go to Madurai, when I cross Madurai, I used to see this Yanamalai. Many of you might have seen is Yanamalai. The Yanamalai is Elephant Hill. So when I see Yanamalai, I immediately think of perception. How will you connect Yanamalai with perception? So Yanamalai is got the name because of that shape. It looks like an elephant in sitting posture with all the legs folded down. And in the sitting posture, it is stretching its forehead and also trunk forward. So I'm not able to show you the picture of the Yanamalai here. That will be an added advantage that is missing here. So that Yanamalai will look like an elephant in sitting posture with its trunk stretched forward. So if I see it as an elephant, elephant is sitting in front of me, we'll be wonderstruck. But if you see it as a rock, elephant won't be visible. This is what Tirumoolar also said in this Tirumandaram thousands of years before. Marathai maraitadu mamada yanai, marathil maraindadu mamada yanai. So what he means is, if there is a wooden statue of elephant in front of you, if you see that the elephant as elephant, you will be enjoying, what a beautiful elephant is standing in front of me. If you see the material of that elephant statue, it is wood, only that wooden material will be visible to you, elephant will not be visible to you. That's what he said while explaining the philosophy of seeing God or perceiving God. So I don't want to go into spirituality. So even the perception has been explained very nicely in our ancient literature. That's what I want to tell you here. So, sense of seeing with eyes, sense of hearing with the ear, sense of smelling with the nose, sense of tasting with the mouth, sense of touching or feeling with the skin. These are all sensory receptors. So we are receiving the sensory stimulus through the sensory receptors. That is called sensation. So sensory input is received by us. Then it is processed in the brain. And finally, it is in the brain, it is undergoing 3 stages. I already told you it is selection, organization, and interpretation. And finally, it is coming as output. It may be belief or behavior, something like that. Okay. So again, our brain is working like a CPU. In CPU, you are using a keyboard for input. You are using a central processing unit, that is a brain. And finally, output is coming in the monitor. Or you are seeing something, display monitor is showing the output. So brain is also behaving like that. So the process of perception, the slide again, I'm not able to show you. Please visualize. So sensation, the perceptual inputs are all received by the brain. That is called sensation. In the perceptual process, that brain does the process of perception in 3 stages. Number 1 is selection. Number 2 is organization. Number 3 is interpretation. And as a result, we get some perceptual outputs. The output can be value or belief or attitude, and finally behavior. Okay, this is the process of perception. Okay, now the perception process can be explained in different ways with slides and so many stories. At least I can tell you some story here. Okay, so see, whenever you see some get some information, when you are getting some information, you are not able to take it as information. Bits of information is received by us from different corners. What we'll do normally, we try to connect them and make it a story. We will not leave them as bits of information. Always our human brain will work in such a way that connect them in such a way, in some logical way, known to you, and make it a story. அதான் தமிழ்ல சொல்லுவாங்க, நீங்க கோடு போட்டா நாங்க ரோடு போட்டுருவோம். That is the thing. So we will try to connect and make it a complete picture. We will not leave it as such. So that is one thing. That is called organization. In selection also, we do something like this. People select in their own way. See, the good old pictures are there, that is 2 jars and 2 faces. When you see the 2 faces, jar won't be visible. When you see the jar, the faces won't be visible. Like that, some optical illusion pictures are there. Some people will see only the jars. Some people only see the human faces. So the difference comes. Even when you say some words, people will interpret in their own way. For example, when you say pani, pani is a frequently used word in the South India. So when you say pani means in Telugu it is work. When you say pani in Tamil, you say it is cold weather, chill weather. When you say pani in Malayalam, it is a kachal, fever. So somebody said, if you do Telugu pani in Tamil pani, you will get Malayalam pani. If you do work in cold weather, you may develop fever. So the pani is interpreted in different ways by different people based on their experience and exposure. So selection also takes place according to the perception of the individuals. Then selection, organization. The third one is interpretation. Interpretation also varies from person to person depending upon the perception process that is taking place inside the brain. So people may take it in a different ways. So we have seen 3 stages. Number 1 is selection. Number 2 is organization. Number 3 is interpretation. For example, if I write the number 9, 10, 11, 12, then B, 14, 15, 16, 17. If I write these numbers, I will ask, what is the number? If I ask you that B, people will like to say it is 13. B, English B. When you write the letter, when you are writing it along with numbers, many of us will be tempted to identify it as 1, 3, 13 only. They will not take it as B because you asked numbers, you written a group of numbers, and when I am reading numbers, I will read a number only. So I will read B as 13 only. So no, it is B. If I argue, no, all are numbers, and so that 13 between 12 and 14, that 13, that B cannot be B, it is only 13, people will say. So what happens here? We are stereotyping. So we are ascribing some character to people or some group based on the group or placement with which they are associated. So if this person is associated with this group, then his character will be like this. If this person is working in this place, the place has some characteristics, and so this fellow also will have that characteristics. Like that, we will assume and also assign some characteristics to that individual. This is called stereotyping. So these are all taking place because of your perception. So some factors are there that influence your perceptions internally and also externally. So internal factors which influence perceptions, one by one we'll see. One is need and desire. Depending upon the needs of the individuals and also desires of the individuals, perception varies. A professor was handling a session in a classroom. He was showing a test tube, 2 test tubes. In one test tube, he filled water and put a worm. The worm was swimming very freely. In another test tube, he put some identical worm. In this, he was having only alcohol. So first test tube with water, and he is putting on worm, and the worm is moving very freely. The second one, the worm is put in the alcohol. In the alcohol, that worm dies immediately. So he's asking the participants, what do you infer from this experiment? One fellow got up immediately and said, sir, if you have to kill all the worms in your body, we have to take alcohol regularly. So the entire message is distorted according to the need and desire of the participants. So he wanted to convey the evil effect of alcohol. Unfortunately, the individual whose needs and desires are different, he takes it according to his own desire. He says alcohol is very good in killing the worms. Then another internal factor that influences your perception is personality. So some persons who are all positive-minded will perceive in one way. Some people who are not positive, they will perceive in another way. So if you have a glass with water, half-filled water, so the man with positive mind will say it is half full. The man with the negative mind will say it is half empty. I remember one more story. A group of persons in an island were sent to the different parts of the island for marketing their shoes, newly produced shoes. So one set of people, they go to the western side of the island, and they come back and say, sir, we cannot sell our shoes here because nobody is having the habit of wearing shoes. So they are disappointed. Then the second set of people who go to the eastern part of the island, they come back with enthusiasm and say, sir, there is a very good chance for marketing our shoes here because nobody is having the habit of wearing shoes. We can create that habit and sell all our shoes, sir. So you see the beauty. All of them are going to the same island, same place, same people, same situation, and same habits they are facing with the people. But the people of the western side, they take it as something obstacle. They take it negatively. They say nothing can be done. They are not finding any solution. They take it as problem. The people on the eastern side, they come back and say, there is an opportunity and there is a solution. We can create the habit and we can produce something. They come with some positive thing. They come with a solution. So both of them are seeing the same thing, same situation, but because of the different frame of mind, because of the different personality, people perceive in different ways, and also one is taking it as obstacle, the other one is taking it as solution. Okay. Then another factor that influences perception is knowledge and experience. Based on your prior knowledge and experience, you will be able to perceive either in a better way or in a worse way. So knowledge and experience sometimes will help you to find the correct thing, or because of the prior knowledge and experience, you will not be able to find the thing also. Both are possible. See, the Archimedes, when he was in the bathtub, he said Eureka, and he discovered that buoyancy of water, and he was able to use that for finding the density of gold. That's what the story goes like that. So Archimedes had a basic knowledge, and he was going on thinking about it. He had some experience. He was going on doing so many experiments, and so he was able to connect that what he was seeing in the experiment, what he was experiencing in that tub. So he was able to connect, and so his knowledge and experience helped him. So sometimes knowledge and experience may not help. You will think in a different way. For example, as I did, the man with the experience, the drunkard, he thinks that test on the home with alcohol, he thinks in his own way, the experience is disturbing him. He is not able to get the truth. So knowledge and experience have a telling effect on the people's perception. Then, so we used to the famous thing, when I am showing 6 from my side, you will say it is 9. No, it is only 6. No, it is 9. So 6 is also right from his point of view. 9 is also right from that fellow's point of view. So this fellow is telling a fact. That fellow also is telling a fact. Both are right. So the truth is, it is 6 from this side and 9 from that side. So which one you want to convey? So the entire picture is called truth. If you say only one side, that may be a fact, that may be some data. Okay, fine. But from data alone cannot produce truth. So we have to analyze further. Then only we'll get the truth. So some more perceptions with the slides I'm not able to show. No problem. Okay. So some factors that influence your perceptions. I have told you some internal factors, that is needs and desires, personality, and knowledge and experience. Now I'm going to tell you the external factors that influence perception. One is size. If you increase the size of that one which you are going to convey to people, if it is bigger, better the impact. So that's why they make very big posters, they have very big advertisements. So that size, size of the letters and size of the posters, that is creating more effect on the people who are seeing it. Perception increases. Perception is influenced with the size. Intensity also plays a role. Intensity can be increased with coloration, with thickness, and also with the brightness. So intensity can be increased. So intensity also is influencing perception. Then frequency. So if you see one program, TV program for half an hour, 20 times they show the same advertisement again and again, much to your irritation. It is irritation for you. For them, it is innovation. It is business. So they will see that details of the product in your mind, and they will tempt you to buy that product. So frequency, the frequency increases the degree of perception. Then status, the status of a man who conveys the message. If he is perceived as a man of high status, then the message conveyed by him is also received by the receiver in a better manner. Oh, Amitabh Bachchan is saying something about the jewelry. Oh, Hema Malini is saying something about that RO filter. So immediately we get tempted. So people of status, they are knowledgeable, they had some experience, they are all people in the VIPs in the society, and so they will tell the right thing. So we'll be tempted and by that. So some people say it halo effect. So that also, the status of the man who conveys the message also is influencing the perception of the people who are receiving the message. So people make use of the status of the VIPs and use them for advertisements. Sometimes it is good. Sometimes we have to check it and ensure, and then only we have to go forward. Then contrast. By giving different contrast, people can make a weaker thing stronger, can then make a stronger thing weak. They can make an ordinary person a very beautiful person. They can make a very beautiful person ugly person by keeping them together. So the contrast also is varying the perception of the people. Contrast plays a big role. So the feedback about ourselves, which we receive from others, the feedback which we give about others to others, the feedback about ourselves which we receive from others, the feedback which we have about others, they need not be true. It may be with minimum data, with minimum exposure. So we have to check ourselves. So check the feedback about yourself, check the feedback about others, check. Don't simply use them forever. Check it. See, the perception process is not always based on true picture of reality, that you keep in mind. So there may be some variation. So what you perceive, what is real, there may be some difference. And another thing is that we always behave as though our perceptions are always real. Not necessary. Some perceptions need not be real. So that you have to keep in mind. Check it. So what are the areas where we can apply this perception? One is employment interview. Your perception affects people who are being selected. So if you have a preconceived notion about the individuals who are being interviewed, probably that will affect the people who are being selected. Then performance appraisals. If you have, if your perception about the people who are working under you is not proper, definitely you will be either overgrading them or undergrading them. And so the performance appraisal is affecting the career of the people, either positively or negatively. So you have to, as one who is grading the people in performance appraisal, you have to ensure that your perfection is accurate. You should not be carried away by misconceptions. That is very, very important. The people who are grading performance appraisal, they have to be very, very, very careful. Then this is a very, very important area in working organizations, but many people don't bother about it. So this is a very important area. Their perceptions of the leaders and perception of the sessioners should be accurate. Then only they can do performance appraisals accurately. Then assessing the level of effort, assessing loyalty, assessing or measuring productivity. Then employees assessing about the job leading to absenteeism or regularly attending the job. And the employees perceiving whether the job is giving satisfaction or not. In all these things, perception play a big role. So employment interview, performance appraisal, assessing level of effort, assessing loyalty, then productivity, employees absenteeism, job satisfaction, all these things in organizations, perception plays a big role. Then how to enhance one's perceptual skills. This is the final part of the program. So how will you enhance perceptual skills of the individuals? So number one is do thorough self-analysis. Very, very important. And have self-awareness. If you have poor self-analysis, your perception also will vary. So do thorough self-analysis and have self-awareness. Number two is have positive mental attitude. Then only you can go forward to find solutions. If you have negative attitude, you will always take it as obstacle. You cannot think further. Number three is show empathy with others. Try to see people from their point of view. Try to put yourself in others' shoes and try to understand them better. So every coin has two sides. Try to see the other side of the coin. Try to understand others. So show empathy, very, very important. Then communicate openly and clarify doubts. So don't simply assume. Don't take things for granted. Whenever you have some doubt, ask people very freely and frankly, and then and there clarify the doubts. Don't simply conclude based on the assumptions. The next one is make conscious efforts to avoid common biases. Bias means preconceived notions. Then assumptions, avoid assumptions. Don't make an ass of you and me. Normally people say, so assumption, please avoid assumptions. Then stereotyping, please avoid stereotyping. Stereotyping means judging people's character based on the group or place to which he belongs, to which he is placed. So based on that, you simply decide this fellow is like that. So this fellow has come from North, he'll be like this. This fellow has come from this Tamil Nadu, he'll be like this. This fellow has come from Kerala, he's from like this. So this is called stereotyping. This is not correct. Then attribution. So attribution is always trying to find cause and effect. Any cause is leading to some effect. Any effect must come from a cause. So you try to link the cause with the effect everywhere. Everywhere it cannot be linked. So cause and effect is fine. That analysis is good, no doubt about it. Fishbone analysis, people say, that fishbone diagram. Okay, fine, but you cannot apply it everywhere. So cause and effect analysis cannot be applied or done everywhere blindly. Then gather more data from more than one reliable source. We always work with minimum data and simply jump to conclusion. Trying to gather more data from many reliable sources. Then compare your own perception with others' perception also. If I perceive in one way, if all around me perceive in different way, okay, my perception is varying from the perception of others, so I have to check. So compare and see and do it again, do the process of analysis again, and then come to a conclusion. Then the most important thing is, please let us be open-minded. Open-mindedness is very, very important for improving your perception. And let us postpone impression formation. Let us not jump to conclusion and impression. The first impression is the best impression. That may work well in literature and also in romance or any interesting movies. But in reality, according to psychologists, first impression need not be best impression. So be open-minded, postpone impression formation. These are all some of the tips we can keep in mind to enhance our perceptual skills. And finally, while concluding, let me conclude with a slogan coined by me: improve your perception, be free from deception. I repeat, improve your perception, be free from deception. Thank you all for the opportunity. Thank you all for your patient hearing. If you have any doubt, I am here to clarify your doubts. So the morning, I started with some disturbance, disturbing you all, disturbing myself. Somehow I entered the Zoom platform and managed the program, managed to conduct the program. I hope I have justified the title. So thank you very much. Let us peep into perception. Let us improve our perception. Let us be free from deception. Thank you all for the wonderful opportunity you gave me. Okay, best wishes.
Thank you, sir. Such an amazing presentation we have observed. We have learned so many things from you about the perception and the basic things, the factors which are influencing perception, and how to tackle the perception. These are the learning things today I have learned. And the final conclusion, how we have to get rid of the deception, you have mentioned in a clear up statement, and that was totally a nice conclusion. And now the floor is officially handed to the participants for the feedback. Participants can interact with the presenter.
Please, sir.
Thank you, Ramanathan sir. Very nice presentation. Actually, a lot of life problems only because of perception, I think.
Yeah, true, sir.
Yeah, after your presentation, I come to know we should interpret the things correctly. It will give a correct view of that scenario. So, you given a lot of outside regarding perception, but we are in what situation? Everything decides our misunderstanding. Okay, so we should interpret the things and perceive the things correctly. Will give very pleasant living, I think. Thank you very much, sir. Very nice presentation.
Thank you, sir.
In the this hard situation, also you are ready to give the presentation.
No, you are also. Yesterday night I disturbed you. You were not at all disturbed. I was surprised there, and you are ready to come with an alternative plan. That is nice of you, sir. Great. I'm really thankful.
Thank you, sir.
I thank you and Mr. Mugil. Both of you are prepared with alternative plans. That shows the leadership quality. Very nice of you. Thank you very much.
Thank
you,
morning,
sir. Ramesh sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Sir, good morning.
You started very well. I make it disturb you. Sorry for the disturbance. Sorry.
No issue, sir. I will present.
No. You didn't disturb, sir. I only disturbed. You didn't disturb.
Yeah. No issue, sir. No. Actually, master plan is giving good things to the participants. Okay. It will be God around us will be given in another day.
Correct.
One
That's
thing
all.
I
I
want to
appreciate.
tell, throughout the night, keep prepared and ready for present, sir. And today he have some program in our LNDC. Also, he is ready now. He will be in the program in 6:45. He will be in the program. Ready.
Excellent.
Thank you, Ramesh sir.
Thank you, sir. My presentation, it was made in midnight, 12 to 1:30. It will be
Oh.
presented in another day.
Oh, great, sir. Great.
Okay.
So
Okay,
I actually would not have slept. You would not have slept. I think yesterday you spent a sleepless night because of me.
No issue. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So like freedom at midnight, it's a training at midnight. Nice. Anybody else?
Narayan sir.
சார் வணக்கம் சார்.
வணக்கம் சார். வணக்கம் நாராயணன்.
இன்னைக்கு வந்து ஒரு தலைமை பண்பு எப்படி, ஒரு ட்ரெயினர்னா எப்படி, அதை இன்னைக்கு இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியில கலந்துக்கிட்டேன். அதாவது நான் ஒருத்தர் வர முடியல அப்படின்னு சொன்னா கூட அடுத்தவங்க ரெடியா இருக்கிறாங்க, அந்த தலைமை பண்பு, அதை ரொம்ப பாராட்டுறேன். நான் வர முடியலன்னு சொன்னோன்னே அவ்வளவுதான், அதுக்கப்புறம் காலையில வந்து இணையனும் கிடையாது, நமக்கு வேற வேலை இருக்கு, எனக்கு ஒர்க் பண்ண முடியலன்னு சொல்லிட்டு போலாம். அதையும் கடந்து நான் காலையில வந்து பிபிடி இல்லாட்டா கூட நான் பண்றேன்னு சொன்னேன். அதுக்கு முதல்ல உங்கள்ட்ட இருந்து கத்துக்கிற விஷயம் அதை நான் கத்துக்கிறேன். நீங்க பெர்ஃபெக்ஷன் சொன்னீங்க, முழுமை, இதுதான் முழுமை. அதாவது ஒரு நிகழ்ச்சியை எடுத்துக்கிட்டா அந்த நிகழ்ச்சியில வராட்டா கூட அந்த நிகழ்ச்சியை கண்டினியூ பண்ணிட்டு அந்த தொடர் நிகழ்ச்சியா நடத்துற தன்மை வந்து தலைமை பண்புக்கு வேணும், மற்றும் நடத்தக்கூடிய ஆர்கனைசர் அவங்களுக்கும் உண்டு. இன்னைக்கு வந்து யாருனாலும் ரெடியா இருக்கிறாங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லும் போது அந்த நீங்க சொன்ன இன்னைக்கு நிறைய கருத்துக்கள் எல்லாமே அதுல உள்ளடங்கினது. ரொம்ப நன்றி சார். இந்த தலைமை பண்புக்கு நான் தலை வணங்குகிறேன். இந்த தலைமை பண்புல நிறைய கத்துக்க வேண்டிய விஷயங்கள் இருக்கு. இதை நானும் சில நிகழ்ச்சியில நானும் பண்ணியிருக்கிறேன். ஏன்னா காலையில தான் 5 மணிக்கு சொல்லுவாங்க, 5:30 மணி நிகழ்ச்சின்னு சொல்லும் போது அந்த இடத்துல பதட்டம் இருந்தது. அதுக்கப்புறம் போக போக அதையும் கடந்து வரணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நிறைய நிகழ்ச்சி நானும் பண்ணியிருக்கிறேன். அது ஒரு வித்தியாசமாக இருக்கும். இந்த இதுல எதுவும் டென்ஷன் ஆகக்கூடாது, யாரையும் எதுவும் சொல்லாம இந்த இதை அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணி போற தன்மை வந்துட்டாலே நல்லா இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இது நல்ல ஒரு நிகழ்ச்சி, தொடர் நிகழ்ச்சியா நடந்து நிறைய கருத்துக்களை எல்லாருக்கும் கொடுக்கணும். இதுக்கு நெய்வேலி குரூப் எல்லாருக்குமே நான் தேங்க்ஸ் சொல்றேன். யாரும் பர்டிகுலரா பேரை சொல்ல முடியல, எல்லாரும் கூட்டு முயற்சி தான் இது வெற்றி அடையுது. இது வாழ்த்துக்கள். நன்றி சார்.
தேங்க்யூ மிஸ்டர் நாராயணன்
சார். நான் முகில்கிட்ட சொன்னேன், சார் நிச்சயமா ஜாயின் பண்ணுவார், நீ டோன்ட் வரின்னு சொன்னேன்.
இல்ல என்னாச்சுன்னா, Mugil told me, sir, use mobile and manage without slides. I said yes. I connected mobile. Unfortunately, the connection did not come till 5:45. By 5:45, the connection came in. I moved from room to room. In every room, I tried. In one room, I was able to connect. From there, I am now doing. So immediately I said, I am able to connect. Then I started the program. So within my house, the Airtel connectivity is varying from room to room. So already ACT connection is out in my house. The Airtel connection for the mobile was not working in all the rooms. Only one room, some connectivity is there. With that, I am now managing the program. So thank you very much. Somehow I am able to use the mobile at least with limited facility. Thank you all very much. Thank you, Mr. Ravi.
Raman sir.
Good morning, sir. Sir, we are able to see your presentation just coming out like a seamless water from the start till the end. And hats off to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sometimes, the association, the method, what you're telling, makes us also to be proud. I'm proud to say that, I'm somehow connected with you through being in Madurai. So, and also, we are people who have elders have already studied in Majora College, and you have worked in that college. Is a great moment for us to say that, yes, I am also connected with this great intellectual. You spoke about perceptions very nicely, and you had given us very great thoughts, and you have inculcated some great thoughts within us. That's what I should say. So we spoke about too many examples, and I took 2-3 examples which flashed my mind. You were talking about the Archimedes principle, where we were talking about the center of buoyancy, how the perceptions differ. So for that, unfortunately, the Greek person, the great scholar, spent his lifetime in finding that for his, and he had to run naked in the whole streets there. That's what we call it as the. And the company also got that name and registered it. But unfortunately, if you look back, we have stories that a crow in our home is intelligent enough to find that. That's the water of displacement is the thing that he has found it. And the crow was thirsty, and he started putting in the stones or pebbles into that place where the water level will rise. And the crow is intelligent in our this thing. So that's how I see that, the perception, how it has been differing. And since you have been dealing with chemistry, sir, I wanted to just contribute a little bit of this thing, where how perceptions, how a drunkard sees a water actually. The water is mixed along with wine and as well as other alcohols. So they assume that, or the perception of that is water is the one which is having the alcohol content, and not the alcohol which is making them go drowsy. That's how the other perception they talk about, sir. So that's a funny bit what we are calling. But certainly, no, sir, these are all very great thoughts. You have done it, and I am hearing that you have done it in a short period of time. It is not because of that, you are ready and you are able to do it. It has been within in your DNA for all this time, and you had that option to do it at any time, even at midnight if you have been woken up, and I think you have that capability to do that, sir. Hats off to you once again.
No,
I'm
all
proud
of them,
to be
Mr.
associated,
Ramesh
sir.
and Mr. Mugilvanan, I disturbed all of them. Yeah, all of them were cooperative, and thankful. I'm thankful to every one of you.
Thanks to this platform, thanks to the technology, thanks to the good-hearted people who had connected us and given us an opportunity to hear your wonderful speech, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Venkatram.
God bless us all.
Okay, thank you. Nice of you.
Thank you so much, Venkatram sir. Such a wonderful feedback you have expressed. Now I'm going to call Chandana.
Good morning, sir. I'm Chandana from Coimbatore, and I'm doing my ninth grade, sir. Such a wonderful speech, sir. You gave a speech on perception, a fantastic speech, I would say, sir, because you have told many things about perception. What is perception, and how do we go into perception? And the perception is a stage between the receiving the message by the receiver and understanding the message by the receiver, sir. So if the perception is correct, then our understanding will be correct, you told. And also you told in perception, the input we get is through the 5 sensory, that is the ears, eyes, nose, mouth, and the skin, sir. And you also told many stories on perception, and you told the 3 stages for perception, sir: selection, organization, and interpretation. And after that, you told this Archimedes principle and other many stories which we could connect with the perception. And you also told everything we think is according to a perception. For example, if you have told that if we see a wooden statue or if see a wooden statue of elephant as an elephant, then we think and we believe that it is an elephant. But if we see that it has only a wooden statue, then we'll see only it as a wooden statue, you told, sir. So everything in this world and everything that we see, hear, or think, or do, everything that we feel is according to what we think and what we perceive, sir, what we are, what we have about it. And also you told how we can change our perception and how we can take it into a right path, sir. Thank you, sir.
Very nice of you. I appreciate your memory power, your attention, and also the way you presented it. Your recap is excellent. Thank you very much, Sandana. Nice of you. You have gone through the entire course and you are able to reproduce with all the points. Excellent. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Sir, very good morning at this wonderful morning.
Good morning,
Ramanathan, sir.
Welcome, sir. Good morning.
One elder two youngster.
Yeah.
That is a triangular contribution of this early morning.
Yeah.
That is nice of you. Perception is totally a bigger point of view.
Yeah.
See, mostly it goes in the wrong path. They rightly pointed out that we should self-aware. It should not be a judgmental rather than that's all.
Yeah, yeah,
Goods and
correct.
bads, all those things we have to consider.
Correct.
It is a paradigm also, actually. It is a paradigm. From what we
Correct.
really saying that our point of view, we should always clarify. Only thing that only by seeing or the Chandana says like that, the fine senses activity, it will contribute land into the negative direction. See, it is your effort. You prepared a lot, but it is not a small or simple subject. It is not a. It is a bigger ocean actually. We can share a lot of information.
Thank you.
Only
Thank
thing
you.
rightly you pointed out empathy. This is the things at all. That's all. We should put in the other's point of view. We should put in their shoes. Then only we know that it is a loose or tight or something like that. Based on that only, but at present, it is not like that actually. Even on the employment, what are the consideration based on the relationship, based on the friendship, something like that. Keep perform.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything goes like that only. That it is not right perception, I think. So rightly, you shared a lot of information. At this wonderful opportunity, I have to express my all the thanks to Mr. Ramesh sir and Mr. Madhyaragan, Mughil and Chandana especially, and Venkatraman sir or Narayana sir, all expressed in the beautiful way. Sir, you are long living. You have to share a lot of information. Still different topics, sir. That is my expectation, sir. Thank you all, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
All
Thank you.
bless
Thank
you.
you,
Thank
Dr.
you,
Murthy. Dr.
yes,
Murthy,
sir.
nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Happy morning, sir. Raja from Kadalur.
Yes, sir. Welcome, sir.
Sir, ஒரு perfect perception, ஒரு perfect perceptionக்கு என்னென்ன chances இருக்கோ, என்னென்ன ways அதெல்லாம் நீங்க ரொம்ப perfect ஷேர் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. உண்மையிலே really very great speech. இன்னும் கூட இது எங்களுக்கு எனக்கு ஃபுல்ஃபில் ஆகல. இன்னும் என்ன ஒரு ரிக்வெஸ்ட் கொடுக்குறோம் அப்படின்னா, நீங்க மிஸ்டர் ரமேஷ் சார் எல்லாம் சேர்ந்து நம்ம இன்னும் ஒரு ஆஃப் டே ஒரு ஹோல் டே கூட ஏதாவது ஒரு பிளேஸ் அரேஞ்ச் பண்ணி உங்க பல வருஷம் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பெரிய தங்கசுரம் மாதிரி ஃபீல் பண்றேன். ஸோ அது உங்க அந்த அளவுக்கு உங்ககிட்ட எவ்வளவு மெசேஜஸ் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் இருக்கு, அதை எங்க கூட ஷேர் பண்ணினா இந்த ஒரு 20 minutes ஒரு ஆஃப் அன் அவர் எங்களுக்கு சாட்டிஸ்ஃபைடா இல்ல. அதுக்கு ஏதாவது தலைவர் ஏற்பாடு பண்ணி.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am ready to do. Neyveli and Chennai are very nearby. If you are arranging something in Neyveli, I am ready to come there and do the program on perception at least for 2 hours or 3 hours. No problem. Welcome. Yeah.
ஓகே, ரியலி சார், நம்ம அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு மீட் ஏற்பாடு பண்ணி ஒரு அரேஞ்ச்மெண்ட்ஸ் பண்ணாங்கன்னா நல்லா இருக்கும்னு ஃபீல் பண்றேன். ஏன்னா அந்த அளவுக்கு எவ்வளவு எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் ஷேர் பண்ணி ரொம்ப ஆர்வத்தை உண்டாக்கி இருக்கிறீங்க. இதுல எவ்வளவு ஃபீல் இருக்கு அது இது வழியா சொல்றேன். ஸோ அதை ஃபுல்ஃபில் பண்றதுக்கு மேக்ஸிமம் ஏற்பாடு பண்ணாங்கன்னா நல்லா இருக்கும் சார்.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. All the best, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Our president-elect join. Mughil. Sivaprasad sir,
Oh, president-elect. Okay, welcome. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Sorry, sir, I could not hear from you fully. I just joined before 10 minutes, but through feedback from all participants, I got to understand that the program was very excellent, and I understand like the feedback from Miss N.S. Chandana is almost a recap of the program. Thank you, sir. Thank you for excellent presentation.
You have to thank Chandana for that. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
And thanks to again our President JC Neyveli Madhyaragan sir and JC Mughil Ravi sir for making for continuing the program for 158 days uninterrupted. I hope and I assure you next year also the program will be continuing in full, sir, with the support of our seniors and again through Mughil. Thank you so much, sir, and special thanks to A.V. Ramanathan sir who joined the program for the day. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Sivaprasad. Wish you all the best.
Thank
you. I thank Mr. Madhyaragan and also Mr. Sivaprasad for being with me while doing this program.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, President. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So once again, I thank Mr. Madhyadagan, Mr. Ramesh, and also Mr. Ravi, and also Mr. Mugilvannan, and all the office bearers, and also all the participants for making this program a memorable one. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, everyone. Now the program is proceeding with the expression of gratitude towards each and everyone. I thank the today's presenter, A.V. Ramanathan, sir. I thank JCNA President, who is initiated the Master Key series as a Ruby Jubilee initiative. And I thank the project chairman, JFM Ramesh, sir. And I thank the participants who are participated and interacted today. And I thank each and everyone who are watching on YouTube. Now the proceeding agenda is announcement of the day. Tomorrow we are having a fantastic presenter from Coimbatore. The person is none other than Sindhu. So, day 158, Master Key Snapshot ID series hereby adjourned. Thank you, everyone.